It's Michael Douglas. Welcome to another episode of Dr. Pundit, where we talk about music, not medicine. And it's another rest in peace, this time about a member of a group that a lot of people who follow this channel may not have heard of, but die-hard Gen Xers like myself, R&B fans from the 1980s, will remember a very influential group from the mid-1980s. They peaked around 1985 to 86 or so. Five Star was this British band's name. Well, one of their members has just passed away. His name was Stedman Pearson. Before finding his way to the stage, Stedman Pearson went to college to study fashion and dance. But with his sisters and brothers joining forces to create the group Five Star, Pearson eventually found himself under the spotlight as they produced songs like Find the Time, Can't Wait Another Minute, and Stay Out of My Life. And while landing several top 10 hits, Five Star won the Brit Award in 1987 for Best British Group. With their music continuing to entertain fans all over the world, he recently passed away at the age of 60. Dealing with several health issues, diabetes was the main issue. Over the recent past, Pearson suffered from diabetes and was placed on dialysis, which he had been on for a few years. And with the news of his passing circulating on social media, his family released a statement reading, "He was a gentleman to the very end. In every way, an amazing son, brother, and uncle. And may the memories and love he gave to us and the world be our greatest comfort. He will be deeply missed." While allowing the family time to process the passing, fans jumped on social media to express their love for Pearson and thank him for his contributions to music. I have to say that I grew up with this group in the mid-1980s when R&B was going through a fundamental change on more heavy kind of synth percussion elements to really carry over, or a lot of arrangements. And Five Star really led that in the mid-1980s. So while this group may not be really well known outside of the cloistered circles of those R&B aficionados from the 1980s, my generation, especially those into British R&B, they may not know about this group and how influential they really were to the overall presentation of R&B music in the mid-1980s. And when I first saw this, I really, thought, yes, I have to make a video tribute to this particular member of the group, but also to the group in total, because Five Star, I think, was a perfect bridge from the more disco types of rhythms in the early 1980s to the definitely more percussive keyboard type arrangements toward 1987 and beyond. And they were just one of the groups kind of leading this charge as well. And their music was irresistible, with a string of huge top 10 hits on the R&B charts in both this country and the UK. And I think it's somewhat criminal that all of their catalog is not on streaming services. You can find their greatest hits as well as a couple of albums, but their entire output not yet on streaming services. Hopefully this will kind of give their label pause to think about the influence of this group. And a lot of times it's mostly licensing issues, and I understand that, but it would be nice to get Five Star's catalog in its entirety on streaming services. Once again, a rest in peace tribute to Stedman Pearson from the group Five Star on this edition of Dr. Pundit. I'm Michael Douglas, and as the late great Barry White always used to say, let the music play, and I'll see you on the next episode.